I have an update on this case here where this man in a BMW decided to pummel an Asian elder on the middle of the highway in New York in a fit of road rage. Well, it turns out that the victim only suffered minor injuries, luckily. And according to Ying Tan, apparently he couldn't be bothered to press charges. That is very, very unfortunate, because as we know, that creates more victims. Now, no offense to Ms. Tan here, but I think she categorized this incorrectly. Because I've covered so many of these types of videos, so many over the years, there's one consistent thing that I have noticed. Immigrants don't like making police reports. Immigrants don't like pressing charges because it is terrifying for them. They don't want to ruffle feathers. They don't want to get in trouble themselves. To some of you, that may sound strange, but not a lot of you know what it's like to come to a foreign country and then be confronted with a very racist, violent person. I have no way of reaching that man, but if he somehow sees this, please consider pressing charges. Unfortunately, if he doesn't want to, there is really no way I can make him do that. I want to point out something else. It was very dangerous that he tried to get into this person's car. If you noticed in the video, when he walked up to assault him, this man in the BMW did not have keys in his hand, and as he was leaving, he did have keys in his hand. It is very likely that he was stealing that man's keys, and he had to go retrieve it, otherwise he'd be stranded. And maybe he didn't expect that he was going to step on the gas, nearly killing him. Well, unfortunately, if he's not pressing charges, there's really not much else I could do with that. But let me take you to another very similar story nearby that happened to another immigrant. A hijabi woman who was recently here from Turkey was picking up someone for Uber at Target. And this car came up behind her and slammed on the horn because he didn't like that she was picking up her Uber customer in front of Target. So he drove up to her window and started punching the glass of her window. And she was terrified that he was going to break the glass. She tried showing him her phone that shows she's here for an Uber pickup. And it didn't seem to calm him down. So she just canceled the ride and left. But he followed her. And once she got to an area with a lot of people, she stepped out to try to explain it to him, thinking that if anything were to happen, the people around her would help her. Nobody did. No one came to help this small hijabi woman as a man got out of his car and punched her in the face, knocked her out in front of that Target where she blacked out and woke up later with the police there. This is really all the information she could get for the police report. This person contacted me back last December to tell me about this. And unfortunately, without a video, without much more description, there really was not much I could actually do. I mean, even if I were to present the case, you guys wouldn't accept it. I mean, even as I'm presenting it now, you're probably thinking, oh yeah, just trust her, right? So I decided to take a look at this police report and J68-SUV New Jersey plates. It's the same guy. It's the same guy. There is a video of this incident at the Target at this location. But the victim cannot get that video without the police opening a case. And the victim who it happened to is afraid to press charges. She said she spoke to a couple lawyers and they were mostly uninterested in taking this case. This man cannot keep getting away with this. There's no way these two are his only victims. I cannot push the victim to make a police report. The most recent victim isn't even a citizen. She only has her green card. So she's very hesitant. Shouldn't this sort of thing get you like instant citizenship? And she said no lawyer she's spoken to has agreed with that.
So it looks like I'm going to have to find him. At least we've been able to narrow it down to Clifton, North Jersey.
If anybody recognizes this license plate, J68-SUV in New Jersey, please reach out and tell me who he is so I can tell every driver in New Jersey so that they can be safe.